Now, welcome back. It's an old tradition to have a chocolate with your tea, but it's Lent, Sunday week. Come on!
Break now.
But what if I told you we had a way to combine the two into one?
Yeah, because joining us now is Fiona Uyema from Fused by Fiona with an extra special recipe for a classic brownie. So, brownies with a matcha twist. Please explain.
That's right. Well, if you're going to go to the effort of making it at home, you might as well make a really good one and kind of make it a little bit healthy, not too healthy. But yeah, matcha is my secret Japanese ingredient. It's a really concentrated green tea full of health benefits like gut, anti-cancerous, anything you can really think of. So I love trying to include it in anything I can.
I'm sent to the shops regularly to get that for my
and there's there's local Irish companies actually that make matcha. So if you seek them out, you know, it's good to support the local companies.
Yeah.
And they make really good quality ones. So I suppose today's recipe is not for you to eat today. Well, we'll have to, obviously. But it's for everyone thinking of Easter Sunday and recipe inspiration. Sorry, Martin.
We'll pretend to eat it for you.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'll be the guinea pig, gladly.
So you're going to eat mine, is that what you're saying?
I'll eat yours, yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Is this not an exception, no, that I come in?
Do you know what? Somebody get in touch with Pope Francis and get me dispensation. And we'll see if I can have a bit of a brownie. So we're going to start this the way you normally would if you're making brownies.
Yeah. So I have butter and 70% chocolate there. So a good quality dark chocolate, 70% is about the right balance.
Really rubbing this in, isn't she? Good quality chocolate. Yeah. Go on.
Sorry, Martin. So just to avoid all that whisking that you heard earlier for our viewers, I have 2 eggs there and sugar. Right, 100 grams of sugar. You can really use any sugar you want. So I've just whisked that. You want to make it nice and airy, okay, just to make the brownie light. And then here I am melting the butter and chocolate. So that's really the first and the second step. You gently heat that. You could do it in a bowl with water over it, but this is probably faster. So that's nearly melted. And then the third step, just while waiting for that, is I'm actually using rice flour, a bit of inspiration, I suppose, from Japan as well. But it actually ties in lovely with the gluten-free people out there.
Yeah, so
and
it
it's
must
an
be
accidental gluten-free brownie. And I get a lot of messages, actually, on my Instagram page about gluten-free. So I was happy when I could think I could tie that in as well.
Perfect.
If you have regular flour at home, use that as well.
See, between the matcha and the rice flour, it's healthy.
It is healthy,
it's a healthy treat.
So I'm adding this in now. Really, at home, you could let that cool down a little bit before adding it in.
Is there a fear that the eggs could scramble?
This is it, yes. So you just want to get working on that straight away. And you can see that's lovely and airy because you're mixing it in with the air that you trapped for the sugar and egg.
And do you do it all at once, or would you do half the chocolate and then
I just throw it all in. Yeah. So that's it. Just a minute there, turn around. And the third step then is your rice flour or regular flour, whichever you want to use at home. And this is the stage that I add the matcha. So this is very concentrated, so you don't want to add a lot. A teaspoon, half a teaspoon.
And you still have all that goodness just from that. That's brilliant.
Exactly. And then we'll use it a bit for garnishing later as well.
Yeah.
But again, it has a bit of a bitter taste. So you don't want to add a lot. That's the only thing I'd say. It's funny because my son came up when I was garnishing it to taste the green tea and he's like, Mom, that's a little bit bitter. I think he was expecting it to be like icing sugar, you know? So you could mix it with icing sugar if you wanted. But you want to gently mix this with, I have a large metal spoon. And what you're trying to do is just wet all the flour so it just mixes through the chocolate mix perfectly. So you can see, like, how long did that take?
No time at all.
You know, it's such an easy recipe, and the smell of homemade baking. Sorry now, Martin, I'm teasing you here.
Now, I thought this was a ghetto blaster.
So
I was about to put some music on just to keep us entertained.
I didn't think of that. Well, everyone is going mad for air fryers. So I said I'm just going to demonstrate how to bake in an air fryer. Not all of them have a bake function. This one does. So I just put it on bake. For this, I'm doing 160. And the time I'm doing, and this can go in 180 preheated oven as well for anyone at home that doesn't have that. But you usually have a tray like this for frying chicken or whatever. You take that out. You do a light grease of the tray.
Because my
just
next
very
question would be
light.
like, what do you use to like create the shapes? But you're basically putting it all on the floor of the...
Exactly.
And then you're going to cut it up.
Yeah, just a very light grease. Then I have some grease-proof paper here. I've just cut the edges. Okay. And you place that in. And it works. It's magic itself. So that's the tray.
So handy.
And you just pour it in. Easy peasy.
This is great for a lazy baker, and I'm a lazy baker, so I'm going to try that.
And I'm guilty of that too.
Do you run the risk of having chocolatey flavoured chips?
No.
Later in the day.
You complain.
Paper for that.
No, you don't.
Okay, so if it was going in the oven, you'd use a baking tray.
Yeah, the technology on the air fryer is just absolutely phenomenal. So there it is in the tray.
Yeah.
You put it in like that. Now, it's a 30-minute cooking time, but sometimes I prefer about 25 minutes, and you just press, hit it there and it'll cook away. Just a bit more moist.
Yeah.
I prefer it like that.
Nice
30
and gooey
minutes can
in
be a
the
bit
centre.
dry. Yes.
No, I'm going to call you Satan. chocolate and how great it
chocolate,
tastes.
good quality.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know I love the presentation of stuff.
Yes.
I love colours. So brownies, I'm thinking of Easter Sunday, anyone at home. Brownies can be a little bit dull to serve, so we want to add lots of colour. So what I've done here is just got some strawberries, raspberries. I have a lovely Irish nut butter.
We've got about a minute here.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So the nut butter can act as a glue, actually. So if you want to put nuts on it, some crushed nuts.
What kind of nut butter is that?
It's paprika, actually, that's given it that beautiful colour.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's nut butter with paprika. Then you could add some raspberries on top, but you're just trying to get all the colours in.
Yeah.
We have some orange and then a little bit of matcha. You could mix this with icing flour.
Yeah.
If you prefer.
The
Do you want
matcha
to
is
try
not
it?
cheap. So
Yeah.
It's not cheap, so you're using a very small
amount.
bit.
Now, are you sure? You have a little bite. You can spit it out later.
Holy God is watching. Get in there.
Fantastic.
There's 2 spoons, one for me and one for you.
I might.
So when you
try the
take
nut
it out of
butter
the
one.
tray, you'll have a block, and then you can cut it 3 ways. So you get 9 pieces.
Yeah.
Too good.
Too early.
Fiona,
Never too early.
they look amazing.
You know what? Maybe if you freeze it, it'll still be good.
It'd be grand. It'd be grand for
Bring
Sunday
one
week.
home and put in the freezer.
No,
see.
this is gorgeous.
It's lovely with the nut butter,
You're
actually.
really rubbing this in, aren't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It does
This
look amazing.
is my pre-workout before the gym, Martin.
She's going to the gym. She needs to do an extra set of squats. Okay?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Fiona, great to see you again.
You too.
Thank you for that.
Thanks so much.
Full recipe details are up on our website, or of course you can always visit fusedbyfionauyema.com for more of Fiona's delicious recipes.
Up next, we're over at the catwalk with some more spring styles for the upcoming bank holiday weekend. Whatever your plans might be, but stay with us.